Hi, we're at the AT&T Developers Conference in Las Vegas at CES, and we have with us Kevin Peterson, who is the Senior Vice President for AT&T's Digital Life. Thanks, Kevin, for taking some time with us. We have been looking at all kinds of things happening on the smart home front. It seems like after endless years of talk, now it's real. Many things have come together to make it real. Digital Life, though, is taking it kind of on a new trajectory, I guess is a way of putting it, insofar as you're leveraging your mobile footprint, which is national, and also whatever the local broadband capacities are, and linking through those two. You've just announced what you're going to do initially. I think, how many markets was it?
8 markets in March.
8 markets in March.
Right.
So tell us about what you're going to be offering at the outset, and what from a consumer perspective this service is going to look like.
Sure. It's an all-IP, wireless-centric home security and automation solution. And I really say solution in that it's a whole set of devices, more importantly products, and an experience that is different than really what's out there in the market today. And as you've mentioned, we took it a step further in terms of taking the entire ecosystem and really building it or buying it or assembling our own ecosystem together in one place. So if you think about the network, you think about our platform, you think about our distribution, you think about our monitoring, and you think about our field force, it's all connected under our umbrella, allowing us to differentiate the experience. I think really change the game, if you will, in this industry.
So what does that mean to the consumer? I mean, what's the consumer going to be offered, and how does this work in terms of what they're experiencing with the CPE and
Sure.
tie in with the mobile and the broadband?
So I think it's a couple things. One is, if you think about the life cycle of a customer, from the time you buy to the time it gets installed, to the time you use or have questions or want to add to the solution, we've made it very simple. We've made it intuitive. I think we've made it non-threatening in terms of you can come into our retail store and you can actually see and experience and live the digital life, if you will, right there, without having someone come to your home as you see traditionally in the security and or automation markets.
So they get a kind of a hands-on demo right in the
hands-on demo.
store.
So again, it's making it simple, making it easy to buy, to install, meaning we'll take care of the installation, whether it's just a security professional or a plumber or an electrician, depending on what you buy. The customer is not in the middle. They don't have to worry about it.
So what you're buying is security, surveillance, that kind of thing,
Right.
Or energy management, or water flooding protection.
That's right. No, it's
so there's 3 different modules that you can.
It's access, so it's door locks, garage doors. It's water detection, water leak prevention. It's video. It is energy management. Energy management being lighting, thermostat, etc. As well as 2 flavors of security, really differentiated by the types of devices. And then we've coupled it with an intuitive app that you can run on iOS, Android, Microsoft. It doesn't matter. So any device, any wireless network, as well as you can use your own broadband. We'd like to think we've given the customer choice. We've given them interactivity. We've given them a full suite of an integrated offer, meaning all of these solutions play together. And we do. We think it all really comes back to an experience that's simple, intuitive, and different than what's out there today that will help us grow the market.
How do you market this from the standpoint of there being these different ranges of services? Are they all offered as a la carte or bundled with discount for bundling, or how does that all work?
It's really your choice. You can mix and match how you see fit. So you can buy them all. You can buy just security. You can buy security plus 1 flavor of automation. And then I'll tell you, it's all backed by a lifetime warranty. It's all professionally installed by us, and the equipment and the installation is subsidized for an exchange of a 2-year contract. And then I would say it's do-it-yourself. after the fact. So if you just bought security, but then you want to add a door lock or garage door control or the water solution we talked about, that's not a problem. You can do it yourself, or you can have us do it for you.
Now, there are a lot of hardware components that go into all this, obviously. Do you start with whatever package they take, some kind of console that they have in their home, that, a small screen that they can work and do things with in terms of setting management rules and all of that?
Really, we can use any device. So you can use your tablet, you can use your smartphone, you can use your PC. What I'm showing you here is my home in Atlanta. I've got a home page that I've customized to give me a look and feel of, I can disarm my security system very simply. I can look at all the activity in the home. I can actually look at a camera shot outside, as well as I've got alternate views and I've got programs. So this is on my own tablet, the app that was developed by us for the end user, that I've just simply gone to the Apple Store and downloaded.
So there isn't a separate unit that you're installing in the home to do these kinds of
There's
things?
a keypad that comes along with it. But then from there, it's really all about the user can bring their own device, any device at that point. So whatever you're most comfortable with, we want to make sure you are engaged with the device you're.
So is there an actual installer that shows up with this?
There is. There is. Yeah, let's just play it out for a second. So you walked into our wireless store, you purchased a solution. All you need to worry about is being home on the day you specify that you want to get it installed, and we'll take care of the rest. So we'll come in, we'll make sure everything's installed correctly, make sure you're educated, and we'll go from there.
Now, do these different packages come with some hardware component built in? Is there an upfront fee that they pay for all that?
There is, like I mentioned, we'll subsidize the cost of the installation as well as the equipment in exchange for a 2-year contract. And the contract varies by what you buy.
Okay.
But again, it's all about it's ease of mind, peace of mind.
So you're saying subsidized, in other words, there's not an upfront fee if you've signed a 2-year contract?
It's a lower upfront fee than the actual cost of the equipment and the installation.
Have you announced your prices?
We have not.
You have not. Because your competitors are out there with these sort of startup packages priced around $30, and then building from there, that kind of thing. Is what you're offering going to be in that kind of price range?
It'll be very competitively priced, and I do think one of the things that's been holding this industry back are high upfront cost.
Yeah.
And so we'll take that very serious in terms of lowering that upfront cost in exchange for the 2-year contract. And we're all about value, meaning we'll give you more for that same price, if not a lower price.
I imagine you've done a lot of testing of the marketplace, market research as far as consumers' interest. What do you feel the potential is on this? Do you feel that its moment has arrived, or is it still a big education curve on this?
I think from a technical perspective, the moment has arrived. I do think the advent of IP technology and lowering of cost, I think the people's adoption of smartphones and tablets and the ability to use an app is all there. I think the timing is right. And I think in terms of getting the awareness out, it really comes back to this distribution or getting into the retail stores, getting the word out, putting it in someone's hands. It's all about an experience. And that's really what we're aiming to do, is not talk about it, but actually allow you to interact with it.
So your stores are really a key component of the distinction between what you're offering and a lot of what your competitors are offering, because you do have that retail presence to educate people on what this is all about, which obviously is a major need out there.
Well, Fred, I've noticed it's one thing to talk about it, but it's another thing to actually show somebody, allow them to interact with it. And once you see it, feel it, interact with it, use it, it gives you a whole new perspective on what it is and how you can use it in your everyday life.
Yeah, now security is probably the lowest hanging fruit in terms of what the consumer is interested in and understands.
Right.
You get into energy management, and people start to wonder, well, what's the benefit? How does that work?
Right.
That kind of thing. I assume, as part of your energy management, have kind of remote control over the thermostat, so you're installing a special kind of thermostat to facilitate that?
No, that's absolutely right. I can set programs, I can change the temperature, but I'm remotely interacting with the thermostat on my terms. Lighting, I can do the same with lighting. Water, I'm looking and making sure I don't have leaks, I've detected usage, etc. I mean, there's just some very creative things I can do around energy management that are traditional as well as non-traditional, and I would even say security. So you say security is a well-known entity. It is in an old way. I'm going to give you the way to not only see your home, but interact with your home when it comes to the security of your home.
Yeah.
And that comes back to existing devices that you may think of, but allowing you to do different things with those same devices by combining it with automation devices.
Now, in taking this on, you talked at the outset about how you're handling all the things from a central location that have to be done to support this. Are you contracting with people at a local level for, say, monitoring and connection with emergency to alert emergency if something is wrong?
That's a great question. So we built 2 all IP monitoring centers. In fact, the first 2 you all listed all IP monitoring centers, one in Atlanta, one in Dallas. They will cover the entire nation. And then we actually are being licensed. We've got a majority of the country with licenses already. The others what we don't have, we have them pending. And so I would tell you, we've got a local presence with our sales and our installation force. We've got a national presence with a local reach with our monitoring. And then we're appropriately licensed to really have that addressable market we need to really go grow this industry.
So this could become a pretty heavy aspect to the centralization aspect with the monitoring if you get into the millions of customers.
Right.
Is it going to stay that way, or is it going to parcel out over time, do you think?
I think to me that the all IP monitoring is very efficient, very scalable. I'm very comfortable with our plans there in terms of growing with.
Are you using some serious automation on surveillance?
Yeah.
So you're getting into some cutting edge robotics here as far as the rest.
Well, and I get asked all the time, why didn't you just use another wholesale monitoring service out there? Why didn't you build your own monitoring centers? We couldn't. In fact, they're all sitting on analog with limited insight into what's really going on in the customer's home.
Yeah.
We're changing the game, making it all IP, meaning you call in, I can actually go by device into what's happening in your home. Whether it's the wireless signal strength all the way to the battery.
Interesting. So I assume you're going to be blasting this out in your new markets with a significant advertising program.
Absolutely. We're going to make it exciting. We'll make it fun. We'll make it interesting. I think we'll make it relevant to people, which is something that just I don't believe has been done yet.
All right. Well, looking forward to see how it goes.
Great. Thank you. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.